Hello and
Hi.
welcome to Postcard and a Pint.
Hang on. This ain't Postcard and a Pint. This is Postcard and a few pints. We're going on a pub crawl.
Is it 3 pints and a postcard?
3 pints and a postcard? No, because we're actually following on this vlog from the last one.
We're in London.
We're in London, and we've had a few pints already, so it could
One.
Ish. So it could get messy.
So today we are going to show you some of our favourite pubs of Fleet Street and the surrounding areas. So we're going to start by the...
No, we're going to start by the Temple Church.
Temple Church.
Not that there's a pub by the Temple Church.
But it's a nice place to go.
But it's a nice place to show you.
And then we're going to go to...
We're going to go to the George.
Yep.
And then we're going to head down Fleet Street and hopefully go to the Cheshire Cheese, Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese.
See a few sights along the way.
See a few sights along the way. And then we're going to make our way down to the end of Fleet Street, off Fleet Street, to the Blackfriars.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Come with us, we'll take you there. We are at Temple Church. I don't know much about it, so I can't give you much history on this. Wills is very much the one who's interested in London history and London pubs history, and a lot of that comes from my dad. God bless his soul. We used to come down to London with my mum and dad, and one of my dad's favourite things to do was go on one of the organised London pub tours, and we went on quite a few. In fact, we went on pretty much this one, and he absolutely loved it. And if Dad was alive and he knew that we were doing this now for YouTube, he would be our #1 fan and probably our top researcher. Mike C, this one's for you.
The Temple Church was built by the Knights Templar in 1185 as their English headquarters. During the reign of King John, 1199 to 1216, it served as the royal treasury, supported by the role of the Knights Templar as proto-international bankers, and is now jointly owned by the Inner Temple and Middle Temple.
We're going to head off now, back to the top of the Strand, the end of the Strand, beginning of Fleet Street, to the George. Come with us. A little secret. I do like beer, but it's not my favourite drink ever. I prefer wine, but I believe a pint of wine is frowned upon, so I've gone for a small wine. But I do like beer, but it has to be on a cold summer's day, and that's been and gone today. Cheers!
Founded in 1723, although it wasn't really a pub back in those days, it was more of a coffee house. And it's named the George, but it wasn't after the reigning monarch. Apparently it's named after the proprietor of the building. Although the original building dates back to 1723, the current black and white timbered building that houses the George of today is of relatively recent vintage, dating only to 1930. However, the basement belongs to the original building, and it's in the basement of the George where a curious phantom is said to haunt. We've just finished at the George. Forgot to mention before that the George is at the end of the Strand, which is opposite the law courts, the Royal Court of Justice. We're just about to go onto Fleet Street, where we're going to show you some sights, and then we're going to go to the Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese.
Come on! This is the Temple Bar Memorial. It's a landmark for where the Strand finishes and Fleet Street starts, and more importantly, it's the divider between the end of Westminster and the beginning of the City of London. Let's go down Fleet Street. Fleet Street is home of the British newspaper and tabloid industry.
If, like us, you're into your London pubs, then Fleet Street is a great place to visit. Pubs include the Old Bank of England, Ye Olde Cock Tavern, El Vino, the Tipperary, Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese, the Old Bell Tavern and the Punch Tavern. Here we are, we've just taken a left off Fleet Street to Hen and Chicken Court, and this is where allegedly the back of Sweeney Todd's barbershop was meant to be. Although, as it wasn't real, no one knows, and other people claim it was the other side of the road, so who knows?
You can do these pubs we're doing today in any order at all, but I really recommend doing it this way because I think this is the best view of St Paul's in London, and the more you go down Fleet Street, the better the view gets. Come on!
I think he had a few houses around here.
We've just taken a quick detour off Fleet Street to show you Dr. Johnson's house. He has associations with the Cheshire Cheese.
There's chairs there.
Yes, apparently so, where we're going next. So here's his house. Let's go to his local.
What did he do though? Why is he famous?
He wrote the dictionary, dickhead.
No, you don't want to put that. It's Hodge the cat.
Aww.
Dr. Johnson's cat.
Let's put your volume up. Go.
Hello, and meow. Good of you to call by. I don't mind if you stare at me. Take a good look at me. Examine my expression.
Around London you'll find various talking statues like this one.
I preside in Gough Square.
You scan the QR code with your phone and up pops a bit of information.
I don't think that's really hard to do. Hesitation, repetition, or deviation.
I'd hang up if I were
you
you.
have just a minute to spare.
He's a very literate cat.
am Hodge, perhaps the most famous cat that ever lived.
Other statues include Sherlock Holmes, Thomas Guy, George Orwell, Dick Whittington's cat, Isaac Newton, Peter Pan, and many more.
I am quite the feline celebrity.
Bored of him now.
In the 1760s.
We're at the Cheshire Cheese.
We are.
And the old Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese, in fact. I've copped out, I've gone for a half rather than the pint. And we're in the main bar here. Unfortunately, the cellar bars aren't open tonight, which I wanted to show you. But next time, we'll show you that.
We're going to see if we can find some pictures from last time.
We'll see if we can find some pictures. And I think I meant to mention, if you're into your pub and your traditional ales, this is a Samyang Smith's pub, which means it's got Sam Smith beers and not the geezer who sang "Money on my band." Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese is one of a number of pubs in London to have been rebuilt shortly after the Great Fire of 1666. There has been a pub at this location since 1538. While there are several older pubs which have survived because they were beyond the reach of the fire or because they were made of stone, this pub continues to attract interest due to the lack of natural lighting inside. Regular locals back in the day included Samuel Johnson, Charles Dickens, Mark Twain and many more. This is Polly the Parrot. Polly lived in the pub from around 1895 and used to swear at the locals. In 1926, when he died, he was stuffed and still resides there today. We've just seen Polly in there. I've got a mate who used to stuff animals. He's not a taxidermist, he's just a pervert. just picked the Cheshire Cheese and we're wilting fast, so we're going to head down to Blackfriars and we'll see you there.
Could you rejuvenate me with some chips?
Oh, I wish.
Ludgate Circus, and let's go to Blackfriars.
The Black Friar was built around 1875 on the site of a former medieval Dominican friary and then remodelled around 1905 by the architect Herbert Fuller Clark. Gosh, we're tired.
Last pub of the day, the Blackfriars. Absolutely love this one. But yeah, man, I'm tired. Your alarm went off this morning at before 7, 10 to 7.
6:30.
And it's now...
It's only 8:30.
Yeah, I know, but we've come all the way to London, haven't done that for 2 years. We've done around the West End this afternoon, and now we've done a pub tour, but it's been brilliant. In the blog that I do alongside this, I'm going to do a lot more detail on all of these pubs. We're also going to put the route we did, but if you want to, book on with, who do we use when we've done it before?
Oh, Walking London.
Walking in London, they are fantastic. All their guides are so knowledgeable, so entertaining, so good. Or you can do it yourself, but I'll put lots more, like we've done, but links to information. It is fun doing it yourself because you're not tied down to times and how long you can stay. If you like a pub, you can stay longer. If you don't, you can move on. But yeah, pub tours in London is the way to go.
The building was nearly demolished during a phase of redevelopment in the 1960s until it was saved by a campaign spearheaded by poet Sir John Betjeman.
Recalibrated with chips.
If you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, it does things, don't know what it does, I think it tells you when there'll be a new video or something like that, but it would be really useful and we'd really appreciate it.
And drop us a...
And drop us a comment.
That's the one?
A comment, yeah. Even if it's say, hi guys.
Your shandy lightweights should be on a pipe by now.
That's the one. So
we're gonna have a lie-in tomorrow, and then we're off.
We'll have a lie-in till 7 o'clock tomorrow, because that's what we do.
And then we're off.
No cat licking my face in the morning.
No cat licking your face. But if you want to, at 4 o'clock, if you want to, I can lick your face.
I don't think so. So
cheers.
Cheers. Not intentionally, it's only because he misheard me.
Cheers to the Shandy Lightweights.
Cheers to the Shandy Lightweights. Roman chap walks into a bar, sticks up 2 fingers, says, 5 pints please.